Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us. My name is Sophia Wardell, and today we're back with rom-com author Logan Marie. Hey, Logan, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thank you guys for having me again.
Yeah, and today I am super excited because today we're going to talk about publishing process. So, Logan, tell us, what did your publishing process look like as a whole?
So publishing, you have a couple different avenues. If you want to self-publish, that's great. That's what I did. You can also query your book. I do have my book queried right now with a couple different publishers, but I self-published first. So I self-published through KDP and through Ingram Spark. Those are both ready on demand to print services. You can order books from them, author copies, just for a production fee, which is great. But you get your book baby is done, it's ready, it's edited, and then you will create a KDP account, upload it to Amazon. It takes about 3 days for Amazon to review it and approve it. You have a couple different options with that. If you just want to go the KDP route, Amazon will actually provide you a free ISBN, so you don't have to buy that. The only downside to that is your book is only published on Amazon. People can only get it through Amazon. It can't get in like local libraries or in bookstores. Your other option is to buy a pack of ISBNs. That's what I did. You can
Okay.
get one. I bought a 10 pack because my book is actually going to be a series.
Hmm,
It's more affordable to get the 10 pack of ISBNs.
right.
And so once you have your ISBN, you can type that in. And that's your option. Your other option is Ingram Spark. Again, you buy your own ISBN, you upload your book. Depending on if you outsource getting cover art or if you did it yourself, you can go in, design your cover, and then set a release date.
Great. Love it. And what would you say were some of the bigger costs associated with publishing your book?
The editing process, paying someone to edit, and then I did all the cover art myself,
Mm,
but nobody tells you like you have to buy those author copies. And
mm,
so buying author copies, buying merch, I didn't know at first that you had to pay like fees to do author signings with almost any bookstore. And so
wow.
that stuff, it all comes out of pocket.
Wow.
And one of the things I wish I had done in advance, because I kind of wrote a book on a whim and just kind of like learned as I went, is not setting myself a marketing budget in advance, like
Yeah.
running Facebook ads and TikTok ads. I really wish I had set a bigger budget because I felt like initially my book would have been and I still consider it successful, but it would have been even more successful had I done a better job with the marketing process.
Right. Well, hindsight is 2020, but that's good. It's good hindsight, you know?
It is. I know that now, and I know I've seen other authors do things like Kickstarters and things like that for like special signed copies in advance, and that's how they go through their publishing process. So I know that now.
Yeah. And what would you say were some of the, if you can just let us know, kind of the rough estimates of what some of these items cost? So if I'm an author, trying to publish my book, I can kind of start planning a budget.
Absolutely. So, a good Facebook ad, like if you want to run a Facebook ad, I would recommend anywhere between $10 to $20 a day before your book releases. So you're looking at $100 for Facebook ads, target your audience, and then the printing cost, depending on how many books you want to get in advance. For example, my book is 220 pages, and so my printing cost is about $388.
Okay.
So multiply that by however many copies that you want to order. And then Amazon and Ingram both charge shipping fees. There
Mm,
is no free shipping when you're ordering author copies, even if you have Prime, which
right.
is disappointing. So you got
Mm.
to calculate shipping fees and things like that.
Was there anything else that was different than you expected just about the whole publishing process?
Um, I felt like it was easier than it should have been.
Okay, that's good.
Because like once I figured out how to upload into KDP and design my cover. Now the cover on KDP, I will say the process that they have you upload your cover is very frustrating.
Hmm.
Um, so the cover wasn't exactly the way I wanted it just because I was trying to work with their program versus on Ingram, the cover is exactly the way I want it.
Right.
So it's just it felt easier than it should have been. Just like I uploaded it, they approved it. um, everything went a lot faster than I had expected it to go because you talk about authors, it takes them years when they're traditionally published just to get someone to read their book and then process start to finish. I started the book end of December and it was released by May 1st.
Wow, that's great. Yeah.
So it felt really, really fast. And I don't think that's a typical process.
Right, right. Something to shoot for, certainly.
Yes.
And to close, I want to ask you, what is your biggest piece of advice for authors about to start or currently going through the publishing process?
My biggest piece of advice is be patient. If you're going through a traditional publishing process, it does take most publishers about 60 days. And even if your book gets rejected by one publisher, another one may love it. So just be patient with yourself. And if you're trying to self-publish and you're worried that you don't have enough money, just remember you've accomplished a huge feat just by finishing your book.
Right, right.
Being out there and be really, really proud of that fact.
Well, Logan, thank you so much for that great insight on the publishing process.
Thank you so much.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you, everyone, for tuning into today's interview with rom-com author Logan Marie. Be sure to check out our website for more videos. Wishing you all a fulfilling and successful writing journey.